Hey, what's up, curly cuties? It's number 5. Psych, nah, it's Curly by Nature, and this Black History Month we are doing cartoon characters. So every Friday I will be doing a different cartoon character that impacted my life in some type of way. So this first Friday we are doing number 5 from Kids Next Door. So before we get started in this video, I just want to show you guys a tiny bit of the history behind the show. So it was actually released in 1998. So it's kind of like a 90s show into the early 2000s. And number 5 was an African-American female who was one of the kids next door. She was one of the spies on the show. I only watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes when I was little, so I'm not really sure about a lot of it, but I remember seeing her and her character, and I really liked her character. The show aired on Cartoon Network, and she is a spy that was trained in Sector V, and her name was Number 5. Her real name was Abigail. People also called her Abby on the show, and yeah, she was trained by her big sister, Cree, who was Number 11, and both of those characters are actually voiced by Cree Summer, who is an African-American female who was on one of my favorite shows, A Different World, which I did a look for last year. I did a look for Whitley Gilbert, who is a character from A Different World, so you guys could check that out. And Cree Summers did not only voice Abby and Cree, she voiced a lot of African-American cartoon characters. So I will try and find a picture to show you guys all of the different things she voiced. A little bit more about Abby, or Number 5. Her favorite things were ice cream and candy, which I can't argue with her for that. So she was more of a tomboy. She wore like a blue dress with like white on the side, and she always had like a red cap. Like her hair was always braided, and that's pretty much it. So now that you guys know a little bit of history about the show, let's get into this video. So I let this air dry for like, I don't know, I took it out early this morning, and well, a little bit early, like maybe for 30 minutes to an hour. It wasn't that wet, but it was still a little wet, and right now I'm just combing it out before I go ahead and style it the way that I want to resemble Number 5's hairstyle. So I'm probably just gonna do this as like a talk type of thing. I might speed it up when I get to a part that makes sense. But I did want to tell you guys a little bit about when I watched this show and how it impacted me. So I watched Cartoon Network not often because I didn't have cable when I was little. So what I did was when we would go on vacation, I would watch like all the cable channels. And literally, I probably remember maybe 1 or 2 episodes of this show, but I knew the voice well because I used to watch Clifford on WHYY, and the voice actually ended up being a voice that I really resonated with when I got older. Cree Summers, she is in A Different World, which is, y'all know, one of my faves. Like I said in the intro, she is just an amazing black woman who does a lot of cartoon voices. Actually, she's in Boondocks. So she just plays a lot of cartoon voices, and yeah, so she's just an amazing woman, and she's an amazing black woman. Pretty much combed out. What I'm gonna do is fit it through this hole. So the way that I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna get a puff cuff, all my different sizes. I'm probably gonna use this one to fit it through that hole. And I'm just gonna comb it and make sure like it's really flat at the top, because like my part doesn't matter because I'm gonna have the hat on, but I just want it to be flat at the top. So I'm either gonna use this or a brush, whatever is more convenient for me right now this way. And I stretched my hair last night, so It's not like perfect, it's probably still like bumps and waves in it, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna take my puff cuff and just put it around the hair. So now that my hair is in there, I'm gonna try and fit it through this hole. It's kind of a small hole, so I might open it up a little just so that I could fit the hair through it. And sometimes I have to braid the hair in order to fit it through. Hopefully I won't have to. We'll see. Yeah, just feel like I might have to braid it. So the way that I do this is I push the puff cuff through, and then I start pulling or pushing the hair through. So the puff cuff just makes it easier for me to get all the hair through. And if I push the puff cuff through at the top, I can go ahead and take it off really easily after and remove it, and now my hair is perfectly in there. So now we're gonna get to the braiding part, or it's gonna be a little bit different of a braid. It's one of the braids that my friend's mom used to do for her back in elementary school. So my hair should be pretty smooth because I just combed it out. So I'm just gonna take it. This is actually easier than a braid to me. And right here, I'm gonna take one of these hair holes and just put it on there. And you just wanna make sure it's nice and smooth as you do this. And that's one section. So now we still have this piece. I ran out of my bigger twisties, so hopefully these little mini ones you can get from like Sally's Beauty for like $1.99 for a pack of like 100 works. If not, I have to get another big one. But when I go down, it's less hair anyway. Well, I don't know, it seems like it's less hair, so hopefully it's still there. Where I just put the last twisty, that was just for hold. I'm just gonna take this red twisty that I had for the one that Numbah 5 wears, and I'm just gonna put it right on top. And as y'all could see, it's not it looks kind of dry and crunchy, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the products that I use for this style and show you guys what I would do. Alright you guys, so I'm loving it. So I just wanted to say before I showed the product, I added one more little thing. Like I added one right here where I put the red one, I moved it down and added one more thing just to make the braid look a little longer. And so the products that I used were the Eden Body Works Hydrate and Soothe Butter, and it's the Citrus Fusion line. So I used the body and hair butter last night as well as the mousse. So today, I'm going to go ahead and shake up the refresher spray and just spritz definitely down here to make it look a little better. And I'm just gonna spritz a little up here too. You don't want to spritz too much because it might start reverting the curls back with this type of style. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but like it was sticking out a little, so I kind of just pulled it and played around with it to make it look like it looked. I don't think the refresher spray is gonna be enough, so we better go get the body butter. The nice thing about this brush, first of all, it's from a black owned brand, y'all, is that it has a little dip thingy, so I don't want to get my hands that dirty. I'm just slapping that body butter on there, and then I'm just gonna brush it in. So if you guys noticed earlier, my sleeves were just pushed up like this, but I got it to look like this, which looks more like the dress that Numbah 5 wore. So what I did was I just tucked the bottom underneath. Y'all know what I mean. I tucked that piece underneath. And yeah, that's kind of how I got it to lay the way that I wanted to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this look. Comment below which cartoon characters you think you're gonna see this month. There's 3 more Fridays in February, so 3 more looks to do. So I will see you guys back here every Friday around 11. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.
You the baddest girl that I ever seen.